If within yourself you don't see yourself happy, people wouldn't see you happy. If you don't see yourself confident, it has to start with you. So that place where you want to find yourself, you need to start seeing yourself in that place before others can see you. You know, when you're going for an interview and you're not seeing yourself confident, how do you expect whoever is going to interview to see that confidence in you? So it has to start with you. So start seeing yourself in that place, in that paradise that you want to be. About 2 weeks ago, it was 3 years I defended my PhD thesis. And I woke up in the morning and I was quite grateful, reflecting on how far I have actually come and, of course, where I want to be. And I thought I would write a post to sort of say thank you to those that have supported me all through. And in that post, I wrote, it included a few words on how I defended my PhD thesis 2 weeks after I gave birth to my baby, and that's my daughter. She was premature. She was 30 weeks old when I gave birth to her. But and at the time, I was my PhD viva was already scheduled, so I didn't want to cancel because she was okay. She was in good hands, although she was still at the intensive care unit. But I went ahead to defend my PhD, and yes, well, thank God I passed. And I also went ahead to talk about how at some point, right at the end of my first year, I couldn't get funding anymore. And, you know, sometimes when it seems that you're at the end of the road. At that time, it looked like I was at the end of the PhD journey because I didn't really know where I was going to get the funding from to finish my PhD. And it was so difficult. It looked really blurry. There was no hope. Even at the time, I was almost just out of the door. So that's what the post included. And then a couple of people said, oh, you're a superwoman, you're a strong woman. And yeah, I said to a couple of people, I said, sometimes when you're faced with blurry situations, when you're faced with challenges, even when people have given up on you, you can use the power of positive affirmation. And that is what actually, one of the most important thing. Of course, God helped me, but I was positive. I stayed positive all through. And I believe that irrespective of the circumstances, whatever situation I'm faced with, I was positive, and I turned most of my negative thoughts, most of my negative perceptions that I can get carried away with sometimes. I converted them and turned them, I combated them with positive affirmation. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 positive affirmations that I have used that works. You might find yourself in a situation where you're stressed, or is this you where you always feel, I cannot do this, I cannot do that? Or maybe there are opportunities, but you don't see yourself because you don't see yourself taking on those opportunities or those challenges because you do not believe in yourself. This is for you. I'm going to be sharing with you how I was able to successfully thrive and see myself through staying positive through 4 years of PhD, even though sometimes it looked like it was the end of the road, even though sometimes I was giving up, even though sometimes it felt like I couldn't do it, even though sometimes I felt like I didn't have the confidence. But with positive affirmation, I was able to do it. If this is the first time you're joining us, this is the Bola Adeyeye Omishade Show. Thanks for joining me. This is a community where we support people to be the best version of themselves. So thank you. If at the end of this episode you enjoy it, do not forget to give it a like. And also, if you want to get notification of our future episodes, do not forget to subscribe, and I would appreciate that. And of course, to my returning viewers, thank you so much. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me always. And I hope you have actually found this community very useful, and that's why you're here. So I really appreciate it. So thank you. Positive affirmations. Now, their positive affirmations are like sentences that you sort of you use on daily basis. You use to actually motivate yourself, to help you motivate you to act on things that you want to do. They help you concentrate on your goals. Positive affirmations are sort of statements that you use to convert those negative thoughts into positive thoughts. You control your subconscious mind. Yeah, because our mind can be powerful, and we have the potential to often get carried away in negative thoughts. And this is even, I'm a Christian, of course, and I grew up with my siblings saying, "Oh, be very positive," and even the Bible says it. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. We always say it is well. They say have faith. All these are positive affirmations. And if you look at it theoretically, there is the self-affirmation theory, where you actually convert negative thoughts into positive affirmations. And it works powerfully. It works, it helps you to heal if you're going through challenges. It helps you to heal. I remember when I was younger, and at some point with my elder brother and my sister, we lived on being very positive. And there was this specific day we didn't really have anything to eat, and my brother asked myself and my sister, and he said, "What would you like to eat?" I think we said we wanted yam and egg or so. And of course, we didn't even have money. There was no hope of us actually getting the yam and egg. And then he asked us, he said, "Okay, would you want to eat yam and egg?" And then he said, "Let's close our eyes." And we prayed. And while we're praying, he said, "Close your eyes and see yourself eating the yam. See yourself eating the eggs." That's how we prayed. And trust me, before the end of that day, we ate yam and egg. Yes, we did. So that's the power of staying positive. I've actually built my mind towards the fact that sometimes when certain negative things just crosses your mind, you convert them straight away. You control your subconscious mind. And I said I was going to share 5 things that I use, and I always call it the cash K. That is CASHK, cash K. And what is the C? The C is I can. In situations where you find yourself, you actually faced with challenges, and then you feel that, oh, your mind is saying you can't do this. You need to actually be positive and say, I can. At the time where I didn't even know where to get the money from. My husband was struggling and supporting me, and we would look at ourselves and say, we can. That is what the C is. Control your mind to always say, I can, even though you know that you do not have the resources. It will motivate you to act because you are positive and you're saying that you can, even when obviously maybe looking at it physically or something, it's not going to happen. But when you say you can, you're going to act. Somehow you just begin to act in the right direction. You begin to take one step after the other in the right direction because you're motivating yourself to act by saying, I can. So wherever you find yourself, even if you're stressed, and you know that there's so, even now, we're actually doing very well because we've, in the last year and the year and a half, we've been through so many challenges and we're still here. And that is because we can. So you can. So anytime you're faced with any challenge, I want you to start with, I can get through this challenge. I can do this. I can do that. I can overcome this obstacle. I can get these funds. I can pay these debts. I can. And then you just begin to see yourself. Your body begins to adjust. Your mind, you begin to control your mind in the right direction of I can. I can. And then the next one is the A. And then you say, I am. At some point when I was actually going through depressive state, I always looked at myself and I didn't believe in myself anymore. I've said this, maybe if you watch my previous episodes where I had started having low self-esteem, but then I would look into the mirror and say, I am beautiful. I am positive. I am happy. I am kind. I am blessed. I am abundant. I am safe. I am confident. Wake up in the morning and use those I am. I am peaceful. I am blessed. I am happy. I'm kind. I use them. And one thing about this positive affirmation is that you need to use them consistently. You need to use them all the time if you want to see the long-term effect. I use them all the time. I wake up in the morning and I say, I am happy. I am strong. I'm energized. Sometimes you don't even have to say them aloud. Just say them in your mind. And, and you say, I am what I am. Even the Bible says, God, the creator of heaven and earth, says, I am that I am. And of course, we are created in God's image and likeness. So why not? Say, I am beautiful. I am rich. I am abundant. Those are positive affirmations. You begin to control how you think. And then, sometimes when I say these positive affirmations, I sort of become happy, joyous, and everything just, those are on days where I actually remember to say them, I realize that those days, they are smoother. Everything just, I'm happy, I'm not too exhausted, and so use them very well. And then the next one is I see. I see myself I see myself in this place. You need to start imagining those places you want to see yourself. I see myself happy. I see myself rich, and start imagining those things. I told you the story of my brothers asking us to close our eyes and see the yam and the egg. And to be honest, I have actually used that all through my life. I begin to see myself do those things. I close my eyes and I control myself. That place where I want to be, I start imagining them. I say, I see myself doing this. I see myself doing that. And you can use it because it has worked for me. It works like magic. Sometimes it just begins to look like, is this magic? because you're controlling your mind, you're controlling yourself, you're pushing yourself, you're motivating yourself to act in the right direction. You are controlling those negative thoughts. And but even all these things are written in the Bible, and of course theoretically they are true, they've been tested. So begin to say that I see myself doing this. I see myself running this business. I see myself overcoming this breakthrough. I see myself thriving. I see myself being promoted. I see myself happy. I see myself bearing children. I see myself happy or getting married. See yourself. Because if you start seeing yourself that way, even people will see you. If within yourself you don't see yourself happy, people wouldn't see you happy. If you don't see yourself confident, it has to start with you. So that place where you want to find yourself, you need to start seeing yourself in that place before others can see you. When you're going for an interview and you're not seeing yourself confident, how do you expect whoever is going to interview to see that confidence in you? So it has to start with you. So start seeing yourself in that place, in that paradise that you want to be. Start seeing yourself. And then the other thing is you can say, I have. I have joy. I have peace. I have happiness. I have blessings. I have abundance. I have luxury. So when those negative thoughts start setting in, you need to start converting them and start saying, I have. Now, I know that sometimes it can seem very awkward. It can seem awkward to say some of these things. You don't have to say them out. You don't have to speak. But sometimes I confidently say that, well, I have this, even though I know that I don't have it, but it is what I want. It is what I want. It is where I want to be. So I prophesy it into my life. They are positive affirmations and they work. They work, and I'm not saying this to you because it's because I have tried them. They have worked for me, and I know that they can work for you. Use them consistently. Get used to them. Every time you see yourself faced with obstacles, every time you see yourself faced with things where you feel you cannot do it, you say, I have the strength, I have the knowledge. And then you begin to realize that when you say you begin to act in the right direction. You begin to prepare for that thing. It motivates you because already you've prepared your mind. You've controlled your subconscious mind by saying, I have. And then finally, you say, I know that all things will work for me. I know that, you need to know it, because if you don't know it, you're not able to say it. But when you know it, you're able to prophesy it into your life. You're able to confess it into your life. It has worked for me like magic. So whenever you find yourself faced with challenges, say that I know that I would overcome this. I know that I will succeed. I know, because you know, and when you know, you're so confident. You're so confident, you are able to control your self-esteem. You're able to control your confidence. You're able to take that bold step because you know that you can do it. You know that you can pass that exam. You know that you can add value to yourself. You know that you can get promoted. And then you begin, it just comes naturally because you begin to act in the right direction. You begin to take the right steps, and those little steps will actually lead you to where you want to be. So why not today get used to the habits of using positive affirmation? Sometimes it can be very, very hard. Yes, I know, even when you know that, even when you can actually see that, this is just the end of the road, or when you see that it is blurry, trust me, at that time during my PhD, I was actually at the door to be thrown out of my PhD. Yes. I wouldn't go into so much detail, but when I tell you that I was just at the door, I was at the door. But I believed that I could do it. I was very positive. Those negative thoughts that started creeping into my mind, I start converting them into positive affirmations. And then I started walking in the right direction. And then when it was time for me to talk, I talked because I knew it. I knew that I was going to get through. It was just a challenge, but I knew that I was going to get through it. And then I began to see myself even graduating when I had not even finished the second year. I begin to see myself graduating in the gown. Imagine. It can seem very silly, seem awkward sometimes. But of course, it works. It works. So are you this person? Are you this person that now, while you're looking at me now, you feel that everything seems blurry? You feel that this is where you want to be, but you are not there. Why don't you start saying that I can? Say, I can. Repeat after me. I want you to type it into the chat. Say, I can. And then again, you say, I am. And then you see yourself. I see. I see. I want you to actually start put it in the chat. Put in those positive affirmations because they work magic. They can help you convert those negative thoughts into positive affirmation. They can motivate you to be where you want to be. They can help you to build your self-esteem. They can help you to build confidence. Do not struggle alone. Open up. Be open. Be open to using these words. If you're shy, I know that sometimes you can be very shy, and you still, even when you're saying it, I know sometimes even when you're saying it, you feel, I'm just saying this thing, but then unconsciously, you begin to walk in the right direction. You begin to take those important steps. I can. I am. I see. I have. I know. You can do it. You can do it. The world, we don't even know what tomorrow holds. We don't know what challenges that we're going to be faced with. But we have done really well. We have done really well, and we can still do well. Those your dreams can come to pass if you stay positive, if you control how you feel and how you think. Yes, you can control how you think. Think in the right direction because it helps you to take those right steps. If this is you, ensure that today, now, you are converting those negative thoughts, those challenges that you are faced with. You are converting them into positive affirmations. You're seeing a brighter picture. Today I want you to promise me that henceforth you're going to stay positive. Although you're faced with those things that feels like it's not going to be positive. Those when you feel like you are at the end of the road. Today, I want you to make it a promise that you are going to be positive. You're going to try and control your subconscious mind to help you think in the right direction, to help you concentrate on achieving your goal. If you have found this very useful, I want you to share it with somebody that will find this useful. That person who you feel is under stress. That person who you feel is facing so many challenges. That person who is about giving up. Share this with them. Share this because I'm actually sharing this with you because it has worked for me. And if it has worked for me, I believe it can work for you. Share it with them so that they can be the best version of themselves, so that they can stay positive and help motivate themselves in the right direction. Thank you for joining me today. This is the Bola Adeyeye Omi Shade show. And give it a thumbs up if you like this episode, and I'll see you next week. Thank you for joining me. Bye.